Today on the Fixit Shed, I want to take a look at this compost tumbler. I believe this is a Good Ideas compost tumbler. I found it by the side of the road. It's not really marked, but when I look online, it looks like a Good Ideas compost tumbler. So it's not much to it. There's just this barrel part that rolls, right? So I kind of thought that seemed okay. You got your lid that screws on to open up to the compost chamber. That seems to work okay. But when I took a little bit closer look, I noticed that when you tumble it, none of these wheels actually roll. They're all seized up. So let's take a look at those. All right, so as you can see, this is just a plastic wheel that does not turn with a bolt going through it. I don't believe that there's any bearing or bushing or anything in there. It's just plastic on a steel bolt. So the steel bolt has probably rusted and swelled so that it is keeping this wheel from turning. So the first thing I'm going to do is spray it with a little penetrating oil. And I just need a 1/2-inch wrench. That seems to fit. 1/2-inch socket to turn it. So now this still isn't, it'll move, but it's not gonna, I'm not gonna be able to pull this out. So I'm gonna put the nut back on a little bit. So I did spray some WD-40 in there. I was hoping maybe that would loosen things up a little bit. Let's try it without that. There it goes. Now it moved a little bit. Let's see if can we pull it through now. There it goes. Now it's coming. All right, so I did try wire brushing one of the bolts and it cleaned up a little bit, so I could put it back in. Oops. And just put the nut back on. And that would probably work. But I was worried because the surface is still a bit rough that it would wear the inside of the wheel. Okay, so I did go out and pick up some new hardware. Okay. Okay. So, and these, that you have the bolts, these bolts are about 3 inches long, and I did get the nuts with the nylon inserts. As you can see there. So that you don't have to tighten these down super tight. Wherever you tighten them to, they will stay. They won't back off. Okay. Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to tighten it down. Oop, a little more than that. You know, I don't really want the bolt to float back and forth, but I don't want to pinch these two pieces of plastic together either and get in the way of the wheel spinning. I am going to use a little bit of the silicone lubricant. This is garage door, but it's specially made for putting a lubricant in between the plastic and metal, you know, just like the wheels on your garage door. Okay, and because I don't want, you don't want to use a petroleum-based lubricant like a grease, because it would, it could degrade the plastic depending on what type of plastic it is. So I think the silicone lubricant is really the way to go. Alright, so now as you can see, I've got the new bolts in, and these are spinning very nicely. Oops. All right, that seems to be rolling pretty nicely right now. All right, so definitely, you know, once you got some weight in here, once you put some compost in, this is going to be heavy, you know, probably could be 100 pounds or more, and it would make it very difficult to turn without those wheels rolling. So this is a lot better, and for a few dollars in hardware, I was able to resurrect this, and we're going to be using it again. So if you got something out of this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to help this channel out, please consider subscribing or becoming a member by clicking the join button below. Thanks for watching. Take care.